Taking a short breath to look around, you feel an odd sensation. It seems as if something is trying to draw out your anger and rage, but you quickly shake it off. It may, however, be the reason why these other creatures were drawn here. So here is the room for the room setup here. We've got some imps, 4 imps actually, and a whole bunch of ice and hazardous terrain, which is kind of tricky, particularly around these doors. So if we try to open the door from here, we're going to slide right into that door and see what's behind it. We're not going to be able to just end. I think with jump, however, you can end on top of ice and it doesn't matter. But this is where we're headed. We've got those 2 imps up there. One of them is elite. And then we have 2 normal imps down in this on this end. Yep, 2 normals. One normal frozen corpse and 1 elite living bones. So that's what we're walking into. How do I want to do this? We have 2 more move points left. And then we have a range of 3 now because of our unbreakable wall being -1. So we have to, let's see here. Let's see what they're doing first, actually, before I make my choice. Our frozen corpse. We've got the banner spear going now, and then Gemini and Bone Shaper going last. Frozen corpse is doing nothing special at 71. Okay, that's right there. Then our snow imp is going to do restoration. Okay, I'm all right with that at 42. And then finally the living bones, they're also doing nothing special at 45. Okay. All right, well, that's not so terrifying. My thought, however, is that let's see, they're going to be pouring over the ice here in a moment. Let's stand here so that we can't get blocked, and we're going to be fine. Yeah, we're going to be fine. So now it's the imps. I think they are going to be crowding us pretty quick because they've got a lot of movement at the moment, and they're not going to be doing anything. And they're going to be restoring that thing to full health anyway. So no matter how much damage I put on it, it's going to be fine. So it's going to, the elite back here first has a movement of 3, plus 1 is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just have it go in a straight line like that. And then number 2 is 1, 2, 3. Number 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, exactly. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, so we're completely blocked here. Now I'm really, really mad that I got rid of that freaking incendiary throw, because this would have been a perfect situation. Okay. And then they, of course, they healed. I don't need to show all that. They healed it completely off. Okay. That is the snow. Now it's the living bones. Living bones is going to do nothing special. That's going to go 1, 2 into that hex and make an attack for 3, 3, -1, -1 because of unbreakable wall. So that's 3, 2, 1, 0 from heater shield. Bam. Nothing again. She's doing pretty good. She's doing pretty good. All right. Nothing special done. And then the frozen corpse is also going to do nothing special. It can't move, it can't attack. It will infuse frost though. Frozen corpse, there we go. Then it goes on to Hugin and Moonin are going to be taking, we've done the long rest. We get our leather armor back and our amulet of life. I'm wondering, when do we get our gear back? But I'm going to look that up real quick, but I am going to get rid of Scarred Flight. I see it being useful, but I don't see it being that useful anymore. So I've got other cards to keep. That's the one that I chose to get rid of. She's already at full health. Then it goes to Moonin. The reason I want to ask is because I have these flexible slippers at the end turn looting. I feel like we get the gear back and then I get to use it, or do I use it and then our gear comes back at the end of the turn? So I'm just going to look that up real quick. I just want to know the timing. Rest. It says lose a card, heal, which is optional, funny, and recover all their spent items, which is also optional. And then items can be used during the same turn in which they are recovered. So it seems that they're recovered. I mean, I thought it was going to be pretty obvious, but stuff is recovered and then we get to use it. So we don't recover it after. And then he's going to use those flexible slivers for that, which gives them a hide. Okay. Then it goes over to Vorder back here. And Vorder is going to, well, Shambling Skeleton moves up a couple, which is fantastic. That's a great place for that spear, but it's not a really good place to use the spear, is it? No. And then she's getting rid of Approach Oblivion, which was something that I was kind of interested in using more and more often. But in this case, well, now this grant summons movement, not going to be very helpful here. I don't want her to be the one healing others this time. I really want to focus on making sure that she is summoning as much as possible. So let's not take damage to heal everyone. Although, I mean, the cool thing about this is that it's going to bless everyone. But again, I think because it's a burn card and it heals and it hurts her, I think I'd rather this one where I can use this again. So yeah, that's kind of my thought there. Okay, that is the end of the round. We have Ice and Light are in waning. We're going into round 8. But before we start turn 8, I want to show something off because I spent time doing this and I totally forgot. This was one of the things that I was like, oh, I want to do this and this and this. Maybe I should write a list down. But I painted all of the minis, and as I said, I put some effort into them, but it's not like what everyone else probably does. Hoping that we can see this, but I basically just painted them blue, like a light blue, of course, and then I washed them a couple times, and then I did a dry brush with like a white, just to bring out those edges a bit more. So this is Helene, of course. Here is Hugin. This is, I hope it's easier to see. I think it is easier to see. So far it has been easier to find them. Um, Rather than just the gray. I think the gray was kind of boring anyway. So, and then we've got Vorder here. Vorder, I went a little too strong with the dry brush in her hair, but it really shows some of that detail. It kind of looks like braided hair, which I like quite a bit. Um, yeah, pretty nice. I just made like a black ring so that they pop just a little bit more. Before we dive into round 8, I guess there's a few things that I forgot to kind of mention and do, and I want to clean up that last round a little bit better than how I left it. Um, Daredevil has not been fulfilled, so that's unfortunate. I think I say that every single scenario, but or every episode. But yeah, it is. I thought I was going to be able to do it, but honestly, Hugin and Moonin already have 2 perks, and nobody else has a perk yet. Maybe one other person grabbed a perk, but Hugin and Moonin already has 2 perks. So it's okay to be, I don't want to say behind, because they're way out ahead, but to not fulfill a battle goal, it's okay. Um, During their long rest, they got rid of both of these. I just forgot to say it, but that's what happened. Uh, I wanted to, during that long rest, I wanted to switch to Moonin. There's no reason to stay with Moonin, with Hugin, because we're kind of in a bad situation here for melee, for running in and performing any melee. So Hugin wanted to be switched with Moonin. Okay, still not there yet. All right. And one more thing. I'm just being an idiot, and I need to remember this. I'm not really doing this after the fact, where I know new information has been performed. It's basically I'm just forgetting about it, and I want to go back and fix it while I have the time. If new information came about, I'm not going to be doing stuff like that. Yeah. So I want to be bringing in fire, and I need to get rid of this frost because I don't want. Then it would be waning because that was in the last round that I should have done that. I want to get. I want to make sure that frost is not waning or strong, because the frozen corpses can use it, and I don't want them to be using it. So that is all. Okay, I've already chosen the next cards. Let's jump into this next round. We're going first with Helene back there at 15. Everyone is going as early as we possibly could, I think. Maybe not as possible, but definitely very, very early. Deflecting maneuver, I see a lot of pain coming her way, so let's make sure that we get some disadvantage on all of the attacks that could potentially happen. We don't have air ready for the advantaged attack, so it's just going to be an attack of 2. But honestly, this bottom ability or action is really what I want it for. And then we'll summon in a reinforcement. It's going to, well, I think it's going to be safe back here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless they start targeting 2 enemies, then it might die. If they might just kill both of them. But there's really nothing else for me to do here. So I want to do something that's going to benefit me in the long run when I can. Then 18 and 18 is both Vorder and Moonin, but Moonin's second card is slower than Vorder's second card. So their tie is broken for Vorder. We've got Flow of the Black River, a move, and then grant a summons, a move too. And Transfer of Essence. This is absolutely important. I'm only really going to be able to do this top ability. Yeah, there's really not much I'm going to be able to do, but I'm going to just kind of move around a little bit. But I need Moon in here to be strengthened for what's about to come. And what could happen, and I'm really crossing my fingers here, is that we get to go first, because if the imps go before us and shield up, my entire plan is foiled. And it's what everyone is doing is helping this cause here. Mind Spike, I needed this for the initiative, and I'm just going to use it for the move 2. And then we've got Firefly Swarm for that attack 3 at range 3 or 4, targeting that triangle formation, but consuming fire, which is why I wanted to bring fire in. Makes it an attack of 4, bringing in 2 experience as well. That is going to be against these 3 imps. I need all of them to just die. I don't want to see what they're about to do to us. Again, if they pull all of those, if they go before me with shield 5, I think is what it is, and they can heal too, then the whole plan is foiled, and I've got some things that I can kind of fall onto, but I'd rather not do it that way. Okay. Where do we go from here? Frozen Corpse, let's draw for it first. We've got Frost Breath, so it's going to be bringing Frost back in again. It's a weakened attack, yeah. But from where it's standing, it's not going to be able to do much except attack her. And that's not that bad of an attack for her. So let's move the camera again. It kind of gets in the way of the lights sometimes. Okay. Frost Breath at 39. That's good. It's going late. It's going late. Okay. Next, Living Bones is nothing special at 45. All right. Okay, and here is the kind of the whole plan. Okay, Dark Charm. All right, they're the ones that survive. Then will be performing an attack against 2 of us, bringing in curses, curses. But like I said, let's try and kill as many of these as I can, so that we don't get as many curses so we can reduce the number of curses coming in. So I guess here's my thought is I can make an attack against that Living Bones and then make the triangle formation attack against these 3, but I don't think I'm going to be able to kill that Living Bones because of its shield. If it didn't have shield, I think I'd go for it. So I think instead what I should do is use this to soften up that oh man, I kind of want to make an attack just to see if I can do it, because it has an advantage. This attack, Moonin's attack, will be with advantage. Then I'm pretty sure it's going to kill that elite imp. But if we can kill that Living Bones too, or as well, I mean, then let's make the attack. I'm just really afraid of those imps. I don't want to have all of them making attacks. So let's soften up that imp. All right. Well, I got a -1, So that's one incoming damage or outgoing damage to that the elite imp. That might be helpful if I pull 2 zeros, right? Like anything into 0 is the best, then at least it should die. That is number 3. Okay. And then we will summon in our reinforcement. That will be helpful for us in the future. And one experience for that, we're going to put it right here. I have a question about this, and I was actually thinking about this a little bit. There's a wall between this, my reinforcement, I guess is, I thought it had a better name than that, but the reinforcement and this imp. But could I use it for a combined effect? Is that something, because everything's in the right place, except there's a wall between them. And I feel like I'd like to know the answer, but I don't. I'm not going to do it now, so I'm not going to think about it. But I'd like to know the answer. So if somebody out there knows the answer, that would be cool. Or I might just look it up on like some FAQ. All right, you're all done. Bone Shaper's turn. There's not much I can do here. I was thinking about just moving. Man, I was thinking about moving the this out of the way, but then a 1 brings it all the way back there. That's really not that bad. But then what, right? Then what do I do? So I could go all the way up to here. Vorder or Moonin has to be standing right there. And so I was thinking about moving the shambling skeleton out of the way so that we can get a little closer. The only problem is that it's going to be stuck back here. So all I'm going to do is just move out of the way and then don't tell it to move. This was more for the initiative. I really wanted to be going early. Now we'll go for that top ability there. And I wanted to be standing here so I could at least throw a poison out. That would have been helpful as well. But then Moonin is out of range. So, okay. We're just going to throw a bone to Moonin here, strengthened for this next attack. Yeah, unfortunately, only this attack, and then it's going to be gone, but it's going to be a pretty big one. We don't have darkness, so we can't put it onto another target, and then we're too far away for to perform this other action here. So that's gone. And now it goes to Moonin. All right, buddy. So move in with Mind Spikes, and now we will perform the Firefly Swarm at advantage against these 3 imps. That should get rid of all of them, right? There are ways for that not to work, but let's see it happen. First, let's make the attack against that elite imp. So we've got a +0. That's already good. And look at that. So the ×2 with brittle. Now, the way that I understand this is that we get to choose which one we want. And it's not just the better one. So I'm going to make sure that that's true. Advantage is 27. The attacker draws 2 modifiers and uses one of them. So it doesn't necessarily mean we have to go for the ×2 because in this case I don't want to be brittle. So we're going to go with the 0, which is still enough to kill that elite because it has 5 health and it already had 1 damage on it. Then 3, make it 4. Let's bring that down here. So that is enough, and I escaped that brittle, but that ×2 would have been fun to see basically any other time. I'm still happy to see it, but I want to pull it when I'm making an attack like this, and I pull like a ×2 with brittle, and then the other one is like a miss or something. That would be fun. So this does mean that I have another ×2 coming. So next we'll go number 2 back there, a 0 or a +1. That is certainly enough. So that one is also dead. And then last but not least, a ×2 and a +1. So that one dealt plenty of damage. That was 8 damage onto this little guy. Not only did he die, but just exploded into piles of sinew and fats. They don't look very fat though, do they? Maybe just bone and sinew. All right. Fantastic. That card is burned and 2 experience gained. I really do need to be gaining experience like crazy with these two, with Hugin and Moonin, that is. And I'm hoping that I can get at least 10 this scenario for them. We'll see if that's going to be possible, of course. Now that leaves a pretty wide gap here, and they're not going to be able to fill it anymore, but here we go. Frozen Corpse's turn. This does, oh man, this does mean that it's going to be able to move up and make a pretty big attack. Again, okay, this is maybe now I need to understand, because if it moves here, it's now going to make an attack through the wall against this one. Like, this one makes sense, but what about this that goes, like, I know in digital it did this, but I feel like it was a buggy thing, and I don't know the ruling on this. So let me look this up really quickly, because it has line of sight through that door. I just know that if it was a ranged attack, that it would have to go around at a range of 2. But I mean, I guess I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to do it, because it is in line of sight. Then it is possible. But my next question is, if the door was oriented in another way, like this one, for instance, where it doesn't have line of sight through the doorway, or I guess it's still, I don't think you can actually get this formation through that doorway. So anyway, I think it's okay. I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to say it's fine. It's going to make an attack. It's going to make an attack against her first, of course, at disadvantage. I'm not going to forget this time, guys. -1 and +1, so we get a -1. It has an attack of 2, -1 from this, -1 from that. Okay, that is nothing for her. Then to this guy is a +1. That's horrible, because it only has 2. Oh no, it only has 1 health. So a -1 would have been pretty helpful there. He's dead, but fortunately we do get him back. It's just discarded. Yeah, that's too bad. Now against Vorders, that's a -1. So again, it has an attack of 2. -1, -1, no damage. Man, that sucks. Frost is back up. Oh, see, I did it again. So I only have light available. I know that I was going to be bringing in that. Let's maybe, do we want to bring fire in again? Yeah, let's consume light to bring fire back in again. That's, whoops, oh geez, so sorry, border. That's way out here. I think you can see that. Sneak it in a little bit. Fire's back, light is gone. And, yep, then it goes to, right. That's it for the frozen corpse. Now it's the snow imp's turn. It's standing right where it wants to be, and it'll make an attack against both of us at disadvantage again, of course. 0-0 against Helene. It is an attack of 1 minus 1, so no damage, but we do get a curse, and then it's going to consume that so that it can, yeah, I guess it wasn't going to matter. We are brittle and cursed. And then it consumed fire so that it can make another target here. Or it consumes ice. Yeah, because we can make that choice. I forgot they brought in ice. So they're going to consume ice. Cool. Now the attack against the Draugr. That is a 0, but it has an attack of 1 minus 1, so no damage there either. But the Draugr gets cursed, so that goes into Vorder's deck. Well, 2 curses, 1 each, is not as bad as 4 each, right? Gotta be positive here. Then nothing special here. Also at disadvantage. That's a -1. We do have brittle on us. So that means, let me figure this out again. So it has an attack of 3. It's not going to move, of course. It can't go beyond us. So it has an attack of 3. With nothing special, it's +0, so it's still 3. It drew a -1, so now it's a 2. The shield is 1, so that brings it down to 1. And now the effect of brittle makes it 2. And then brittle goes away. Right? Then remove, correct. Okay. Right. The shambling skeleton is brittled. Okay. Okay, so that wasn't horrible. I would have liked to see less incoming damage. I cannot complain. I'm just doing it because I think it's funny at this point. But we just killed 3 imps in one go. I think that was better than nothing special. That's for sure. That was very special. And we only gained a couple curses out of that. But both, well, she doesn't, but Helene has a couple ways of attacking at advantage. So maybe we can try and find something like that to get rid of it, potentially. Okay, that's it. We'll put fire to waning. And we're going into round 9. We're going to be starting off with Helene at 25. We're going to use regroup so that I can heal a little bit with a regen. And then we're going to move and loot all of that with Helene. That's going to be good stuff. Then at 60 is Moonin. Moonin is, I'm kind of timing it as they're all going to attack her, and then she's going to move up and also heal her after. I don't think I need that. She's at full health, so but we'll consume that fire so that we can put another heal out there. I just hope that they're not going to consume it first, because I really want the experience. That's really the only reason I'm doing it. And then at 83, really late, is Vorder. Vorder's going to move up her Draugr and have it attack a second time. I'm hoping that maybe due to initiative, it just makes attacks against the imp. We can do a second one maybe, and then a move forward to just get in that room. We need to move in so that we can move out again. So let's see what they do. Frozen Corpse is going to consume ice, but we don't have ice. We only have fire, and it's a weaker attack for Cold Snap. That's not so bad. Frozen Corpse is 42, so that's right after her. Then Living Bones. Yeah, nothing to really worry about there. That's first. And then the Imp. Please don't consume. Son of a. And it is. It's going first. So, I don't think there's anything that I can do to stop it. The only reason I wanted to do this was so that I could get some experience, and that Imp is now screwing me again. Dark Charm again. Cool. Yeah, thanks, buddy. It's going last. For monsters, anyway. Yeah, I probably should have gone earlier, but I was kind of hoping for big attacks so that I could just heal and everything's cool. Let's do the move up. Maybe it won't. Now that I think about it. Well, anyway, pincer movement. Let's do a move and loot. Let's see here. Get all that. Move up there. And now loot. Let's see what those 3 tokens are. We've got some hide, 1. More lumber, and some loot, some gold. Okay. I'm cool with all that. Then heal 2 with regroup. You know, maybe what I should do instead is just punch. Just punch. Let's just punch. I guess that went first, right? But we don't really have to worry about that guy. And instead of this heal, because the attacks are pretty weak and I still have Unbreakable out, so let's instead use this as a default punch 2. Yep. And I'm sorry, I'm attacking that imp. I wanted to see if I pulled a +1, that would have been nice. 5 imp. Yeah, if I pulled a plus anything, I would have been pretty happy about it, and we could have gotten rid of it. Oh well. Okay. Frozen Corpse is just going to stand right where it is. Okay. Stand right where it is and make an attack against Helene with a +1. So it attacks for 2, -1 from Cold Snap, +1. So that's 2 minus that shield. That's just 1 damage. That's it for the Frozen Corpse. Okay, so the Snow Imp, it wants to make this attack. It focuses there. I want to say that it actually backs up and then makes that attack instead of making an attack at disadvantage and then making an attack back here. I want to say that it first has its focus, because I saw this happen in the digital Gloomhaven, and I feel like I saw it as a bug, and I think I said something like I have the actual scenario in my mind. Focus 41, and it turned out that I had been playing wrong the whole time. So, all right. So after much going back and forth, it's the rule book is kind of saying that it's going to stay here because it wants to make 2 attacks. Yeah. So it's going to attack here at disadvantage. We have a -1. So I'm not going to be getting any damage out of this. Yeah. It consumes fire and then it does it again, but it's a normal attack against that. Then it is going to curse both of us again. Son of a. I'm so disappointed by this. Like I'm the most hurt about this thing than anything. It's now, what's the amount of damage? It's an attack of 1 -1. It's brittle, so 0, and then it's brittle again. She's also brittle, but she didn't take any damage from it. There's a brittle thing. And I hate that I have to shuffle that again. So fire's gone. That was the entire point of this. I just wanted an experience without burning a card. I want to go cry. All right, so let's see here. We get to move to, I'm just going to move over to here with Moonin. The heal is not, that doesn't do anything. And I still want to heal her. So let's continue that. We will heal a Helene over there for 3. 1, 2, 3. That does get rid of that brittle, but man, oh man, did I really want that experience. Okay. So now it goes to Vorder's turn, but before that happens, that Draugr is going to move 1, and then make an attack against the living bones, which is kind of a shame because it has 2 shield on it from eternal life. Okay, so move up 1, make an attack of +1. I think we got through. It's an attack of 2. Mine +1 is 3, so we did get 1 in. What number are you? 4. Okay, and then we will grant our summon to move again 1, 2, and then make an attack at +0, -1. Why? That's all it needed. It has a total health of 3. It has 2 on it, and 1 snuck through. Sneaked? Is it sneaked or snuck? I think it depends on who you're asking. And we finally killed that stupid imp. Okay. And then, then we've got a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's make it +1 with our crude boots. 4, 5. Let's go this way with her so that, yeah, so we're not getting attacked by this, and all we have to do is just go slow to avoid any attacks from that. All right. Okay. Really, I just wanted that experience. Okay. All right. Lots of shuffling to do here. So I will see you in round 10. All right. So we're starting off at 6 early with Helene. Set for the charge and combined effort. We'll be using that combined effort, and let's see. Oh, from where we're standing, we can just hit that. and then maybe move over to pick this up. I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I need to see what this is doing. I don't want it to make an attack against all of us in there. Then at 32 is Moonin. We need to switch. So I have to make Into My Embrace, because I haven't made a switch since that rest. I'm happy that I actually held on to something here. It's a range 3 or 4, so we're gonna have to move somewhere first. I don't want to use this, so we're gonna have to move to somewhere. Unfortunately, I think it means I have to go back again to do that at 32. And then 70 and 71 for Vorder. Curse, grant a summon an attack +0, bringing in darkness. Curse. Let's try and do that. Eternal Torment and Damned Horde. Let's try and get some curses into their deck and see how they like it. First, let's draw for this thing again. So it's the 39. That is after Moonin. So maybe we can get some work done on it first. And then the Living Bones, quick shuffle. A Focused Stabs. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. Going last though. Yeah, absolutely last. Okay. Well, that's not bad. Okay, so yeah, there's not much I can do here with Helene. Helene, I'm just going to do this with Vorder. We will make a combined effort into that thing. Nobody has attacked it yet, so let's start. We'll grab an XP for that too, and it's a -1. That's not bad, but it does have a shield. Number is that? Number 5, and it is wounded. So it will take some damage over time, but it still has 8 health left. So, oh, -1. Yeah. 2 minus the shield. Okay. And now I feel like no matter where we stand, we're all about to get attacked by its frost breath. But I do want to just go pick up that loot. So I think I will do that with set for the charge, a movement of 4. We're going to back up here and pick up that loot. Maybe not so cool thing for it to do, but 2 more metal is very, very worth it. Helene, that was very selfish of you. Okay. Next is, so we're going to see an attack from this. Okay. So we have to move first. Let's back up to here. With Smoldering Hatred, and now we have an attack of 3, and we can pull it. So interesting. Maybe we want to pull it back here. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, no damage at all whatsoever, but we're going to switch. I guess we switch after. She has no cards left in her hand, and we do have a pull 1, 2. So that way, it will be attacking just Hugin, and we just have to worry about this out here. And Hugin can kind of take care of it by himself, I think is kind of my thought plan there. Okay. Then it goes to the frozen corpse. It focuses here, and since there's no other targets, it's just going to make the attack there. Now, I haven't forgot, we have Changeling's Boon here, but I don't have anything ready up there, so I can't consume anything to bring that in. So, right, before I draw, we do have leather armor, and I do want to use that. So a +1 or a -1, so that is an attack of 2, -1, -1, which is a 0, and it takes damage because it's wounded. Okay. Also bringing in frost. So now something is available up here. Maybe we can use it. Oh, you know what? We sure can. We sure can. And we can find a way to use it while getting... yes. Okay. Yes. I'm just excited now. We can get some experience by using it. All right. Eternal Torment. Well, this is kind of... Oh, before we do anything, is going to move, make an attack. A +1. Man, this thing is doing some work, isn't it? So a +1, and it is... it has 1 shield, so it's an attack of 2, minus +1, so it's 3 -1 for the shield. That's 2 more damage. We're up to 3 damage onto Mr. Living Bones Elite out of 7. Then I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna use this bottom ability to put 1 curse into their deck. Right there. I love looking at those things. 1 curse there, and then 1 more curse here. Oof. Guys, look at that thing. Look at it. It just glows. And then we'll have our thing attack our Draugr there, attack again. That's fine. I'm actually happy that it pulled it in a time when I know, like, okay, a ×2 would be really nice there, but even if I could make 1 or 2 damage, it's not going to do too much at this time. We also bring in darkness. That could be interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now it goes to that Living Bones. And the Living Bones is going to be attacking here against Helene 3 times because it's an elite. That is one of its innate abilities. It has an attack of 3. This could go really bad, or if I'm really good at shuffling, then it could go really, really well for us. I'll even give it a quick 1-2 for you guys. We'll start right there. How about that? How about that? All right. So we've got 3 attacks coming in. 1, 2, 3. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. Well, I mean, it's not great either, but it's an attack of 3. And because I have Unbreakable, all of those are reduced by 1. So that's 2, 4, 5 incoming damage. Of course, like I said, could have been better, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. Okay. I mean, she does have that crude helmet too, so that would have been all right. She has 3 health left. Not great, but it's not the end of the world for her. All right. I think that's it. So we will drop Frost and Darkness down. We're going into round 11. We're going to have to see a long rest for Helene. We've got a full hand of cards for Hugin. Look at that. And then we've got 1 more turn before she has to take a rest as well. So Let's see how we can prepare ourselves a little bit better for these next couple of rounds here. Hugin going first at 14. Icebound Quills. That's an attack of 5. Make it 6 with a pierce of 2. 2. A beautiful, beautiful experience. Because Frost is up here, let's use it, right? And then maybe just to finish them off, I don't know, and loot just in case. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but if it has just 1 health left, then that's fine. Otherwise, we'll just deal the damage and maybe it's going to be dead after that. Then 30, we're going to be with Vorder, life and death for another shambling skeleton. And if that did die before her turn, then we'll see a heal 2. Otherwise, this is a heal of 1. Hey, that's pretty cool for me. And then a long rest out there. I don't know if I like the idea of her taking a long rest standing next to that. So I'm just hoping that they're not going to pull like a +1 for their attack modifier, or that's kind of my idea. Is I'm hoping for the best here. There's other things I can do. I guess if it looks bad, then maybe what I can do is just do the heal 4 on her turn and just move around or something. So I have a backup plan. I just don't like the backup plan all that much because I'd rather her not die, of course, but I want to see another shambling skeleton, of course. Okay, Frozen Corpse. Cold Snap at 42. That's not that bad because we'll already consume that. 42. And then, okay, Drain Life. It's just a +0 for the attack. And it's going to be a movement of 2, which doesn't do anything for us here. But then it's going to heal itself. I don't like the sound of that. And it's going at 20. So it doesn't matter. I'm just going to hope for the best. Okay, here we go. Let's make this attack here. I'm so excited about this and nervous. It's an attack of 6 with Pierce 2, and it's a +1. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. So 5, 6, 7, pierced all the way through, a couple experience, 7 damage. It has 2 damage on it at the moment. So Hugin just outright killed this thing. Wow. Good freaking work. That drops. Oh, I already put that there. Totally forgot that I just did that. Wow. I want to frame that. That's 2 experience. Well done, sir. And I mean, we're just going to move the 1 at this point. There's no reason to just sit back there. We'll move up. Loot. What is it? Couple gold. All right. All right. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. Now, the part that I'm about to be kind of dreading here, because I don't want to see this attack potentially kill Helene, Frozen Corpse, dead. Drain Life. It's going to attack the Draugr first. Whoops. It tries. So that's good. I see what's about to happen here. That's a 0. And we have the Warden's Robes, so I'm going to use that, but I'm going to do the math really quickly, of course. The attack is 3. Yeah. -2 is 1 times 2. because it's still brittle. It's been brittle for a long time. Is now 2 damage. So 3 minus 2 is 1 times 2 from brittle. 2 damage. Still alive, buddy. Still alive. Good work. Right. And then it's going to attack Helene. I saw that. That made me really nervous. So that's an attack of 3, 3, 2, and then 1 from Unbreakable Wall. So it just took 1 damage. Well done. Now it is Bone Shaper's turn. Vorder, we're going to have it attack. That's an attack. Oh, and then it heals 2. Man. So that's down to 1 health again. Let's see here. There's another curse. Okay. And then now it's our turn to, because something died, we'll get that. That's awesome. That's so good. We'll take the damage first, of course. So 1, 2 for that. Number 2 is coming out. I guess, like, it really doesn't matter, does it? Like that? Yeah, right there. Okay. That's number 2. 1 more XP for that. And then we're going to heal 2 immediately for that. Probably didn't need to do that because we're about to heal anyway. So I think what we're going to do instead, because she needs to take a long rest, so don't worry about that heal 2. Let's just use it as a move of 2, and we're going to go 1 and then 2 to back there. I'm not really considering her to open the door, but at least when we don't have, when this is dead, and if we haven't opened the door yet, then they have a focus and it's towards the door. That's my thought. All right. Frozen corpse is dead. Now we've got a heal 2. We're going to be dropping deflecting maneuver. This would be helpful, but I don't see the top being helpful anymore. And okay, 15 is fast. The other cards I really want to play. So we get back our heater shield and our hand. Okay, that's it for round 11. Oh, wait, we've got darkness out there. Darkness was available. I'll just bring in light. I made that mistake again, guys, but no real new information came in since then, so that's it. Moving on. So we're starting off at 18 with Helene. We're going to be bringing in the Banner of Hope. Finally, bringing in a banner. This is my 3rd scenario playing her, and I have never brought in a banner. The Banner Spear. So Banner of Hope. At the start of their turns, grant allies within range 3 heal oneself. That's going to be great, particularly for Vorder and her little minion Draugrs. So yeah, I'm excited to seeing this. It's also going to be really helpful for her as well. Then we're going to follow up with a combined effort with the Shambling Skeleton and hope that if we don't pull that curse, that's cool. If we do, then at least it's still wounded. Yeah. And then we're coming in hot with Hugin. Hornet stingers. Targets attacking will gain disadvantage. And then drag down, but I'm just going to be using it as a normal attack too. I would like to do the top ability, but I can't switch yet. Oh, actually, since it's just at a default attack, yeah, let's do this instead. Okay, I'm going to switch it up. We're going to use Hornbeetle Carapace and Drag Down. We'll go for the bottom ability, move in 1 with shield. We only have to move in 1 anyway. And then we'll use this as the attack 2. Then we can follow up. If it's still not dead, we'll follow up with a poisoning attack. And then we'll be switching, but we're going to be going into a long rest anyway. And then a long rest for Vorder. So let's see what... Oh, there it is. Let's see what they're doing. Targeting, oh man, focus stabs. That's 74. At least it's after all of us, but we do have 2 attacks from these guys, and they're coming in too late. So maybe we can finish it up first. Let's see. Let's try this combined effort first. A -2, so no damage. I would have rather pulled that freaking curse, but at least it's wounded. And that means these attacks are coming in for Helene, which is not cool. The start of their turns. Yeah, because it's going to be attacking her 3 times, and she only has 4 health. We do have the heater shield back, though. All right, well, they're going to have to do this. We do get 1, 2, 3 experience from that turn, though. We're going to put that back here so that it never wants to attack it. Well, let's move in. We already know that this shield is going to be nothing because it's going to be attacking her. We'll make the default attack. Well, when you lose, that's all. I have light out. I'm actually remembering it on time this time. We have light ready. Do I want to put light in or fire? I don't think it's really going to matter. We'll keep it as light anyway. And now it is the Living Bones' turn. Here comes the pain. So the first attack is a miss, is a -2, and then is a ×2. But the ×2 does nothing except add 1 for that because of that crude helmet. So wow, let's figure this out. I know I shouldn't be doing it this way, but it's more fun. So first card is that. Hey, we don't have to worry about it then. A -2. Well, it has an attack of 3. Yep. +0 for this. And then we have Unbreakable Wall, so that doesn't go through at all. So that's a miss as well. And now it's a ×2. 3, that becomes a 6, but because of our crude helmet, it becomes the ×2 becomes a +1. So it goes to 4 instead of 6. Unbreakable Wall makes it a 3, and our heater shield makes it a 2. I can take 2 damage. Yes, not too happy about it, but I can take 2 damage. Of course I'm happy about it. We just missed. We just got 2 misses, basically. And it's wounded, so it will take a damage for that. Okay, now it's Vorder's turn. Vorder has... number 1 is going to attack first. And then number 2 is going to move back there, and then 0. All right, so we've got 1 more damage going in. So it's back up to 3 health again. 3 damage. We're dropping Transfer of Essence. Yeah, I'd really like to use that top ability for the that another one of these advantage. It would be actually really good to be putting on her Draugr at the moment, but her Shambling Skeletons, but they're too far now. And I don't want to be healing anyone while taking damage. I want to continue focusing on helping or bringing in those guys. Our crude boots and Warden's robes come back and we heal too. Right, because we're starting, let's see here. Grant allies within range 3 shield one, or heal 1. We can take off one of these damage tokens from this shambling skeleton because it has 2 damage, so it'll be healing all that off. Okay, that's it. I guess we're on 13 now, so now's where I start to lose count. This thing, we need to freaking kill it because it's going to be, it can heal up and it can really make things annoying. So we really do need to take care of this thing. I mean, we're completely surrounding it at this point. So maybe there's a chance, but I need to kill it in this round so that we can open up that last door and start working on that last room. The last room is kind of big, so we were going to be seeing a bunch of enemies in there. Sticking to our initiative here, going early 6, set for the charge with Helene. We're just going to hit it and then walk away. So hit with tip of the spear, that will pierce. We'll be using our banner for the spear, I guess, and then move away. I don't want to open that door, but there's so much ice around, I don't know what else to do. I really don't want to open that door. So we're gonna have to see how this goes. Then Hornet Stingers 23 for Hugin. Now I can perform this attack. It will put a poison on it, an attack of 1 with pierce, and then we'll switch, and then I'll do this to jump over to a new position. We'll see about where that's going to be. I hope it's dead at that point, and if it's not, then we'll have both of our, I've got a lot of shuffling to do. Then we'll have both of our shambling skeletons making attacks, and then we'll bring in another shambling skeleton, and heal. I'm hoping that it's dead at that point. So what are they going to be doing? Eternal life, early healing, and just plain old being a douche. So let's see if maybe I can deal a bunch of damage to it now. I would have to deal 4 damage with this, so a +1 would be wonderful. A ×2 is even better. Hell yeah. So we've killed this. That's 6 damage with pierce. It already had 3 and it needed 7, so that one is dead. Nice. Nice. That means that we've got a lot to think about here, because do we want to just go and bust open this door right away? Oh, whoops. We do also get heal 1 because of our banner. This is the problem. Still have not fulfilled bully yet. Yeah. I can't really. Well, I guess what I could do is open up the door. 1, 2, open up the door, and then 3. And I mean, we could stand right where we are. Open up the door and come back, and whatever is in this room, it will have to come this way. I've put her over here because I want to open both doors. I want this one to open first, and then she can open this door after. I got a fun idea for that. So anyway, we gained some experience for that. And now set for the charge. I feel like that's what I have to do. Maybe not have to, but let's open up this door and then finish her turn to see where exactly she wants to be. Yeah. So set for the charge. Here we go. 1, 2. That slides us right into that door and opens it up. Let's see what is behind door number 2, the final door.